Expats in Spain pay less taxes. This is a sentence that upsets a lot of Spanish nationals. But is there any truth to it? Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Naz.
And I'm Alba, and in this video we are gonna uncover the Régimen Especial de Trabajadores Trasladados, also known as Beckham's Law.
We will show you how it actually leads to a reduced tax bill for some expats.
We're also gonna tell you how to check if you qualify, how much money you can save, and exactly how to apply.
What exactly is the Beckham's Law? A while ago, a football player called David Beckham famously came to Real Madrid to play, and he believed he should be paying less taxes. Well, he was actually able to lobby the government, who eventually created a law that made certain expats eligible for a tax benefit that allows them to pay less taxes while living and working in Spain. And it's not actually called the Beckham's Law, but it is very well known as the Beckham's Law. The most ironic thing, however, is that football players no longer apply for this tax bracket benefit. In Spain, people pay a progressive income tax. So the more you earn, essentially the higher the percentage of your income will be going towards income taxes. However, if you're an expat and if you qualify, apply and successfully get your Beckham's Law benefit, you are capped at 24% flat rate for a certain period of time.
That means you pay 24% on all of your earnings in Spain. If you are earning over a certain amount of money, that does become beneficial because the tax bracket rate goes much higher than 24%. If you want to check if applying for Beckham's Law would be worth it based on how much you are going to be earning in Spain, go check out this calculator on matuto.com, because you can type your annual income and it will tell you how much you will be saving from the Beckham's Law or if you will be actually losing money. So go check that out first.
But of course, it's not applicable for everyone. So let's get into the requirements for you to know if you're eligible to apply for Beckham's Law. The first thing, and most importantly, you need to be a tax resident of Spain, aka you need to be working and paying taxes in Spain. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. The second requirement is that you must not have been a tax resident in Spain for the past 5 years. What does this mean? If at some point in the last 5 years you lived, worked and paid taxes in Spain, well, you no longer apply for this benefit.
The third requirement is you must apply for it within the first 6 months of commencing your employment in Spain. So make sure you don't miss the deadline, because we have so many people reaching out to us when they have like 5 days left of these 6 months. It's really important that you give yourself time to collect all the documents that you're going to need, which we're gonna go into very soon. And the last requirement is you must have moved to Spain for work under one of the following circumstances: as a result of a new employment with a Spanish entity, or a transfer to a Spanish entity, or a remote worker in Spain with a foreign entity. If you are self-employed, you may also be able to apply, but you do need to meet additional requirements. We suggest that you check out all the information that we have listed on matuto.com, and if you need any help, reach out to us. This is what we do. We help expats with this and many other things about moving to Spain, so check out our website on matuto.com.
Now let's get into how to actually apply for Beckham's Law. The first thing you need to be aware of is that you're gonna need your NIE. So make sure to have your NIE ready. If you're not quite sure about how to get your NIE, we made another video about it, and you can find all the step-by-step process for the application on matuto.com. Then you will need to get yourself access to Clave PIN. This is another thing that you need to have in preparation for your Beckham's Law.
If you don't know what Clave is, it's essentially a login system that the Spanish government has created that allows you to get access to a number of services online from the Spanish government, and one of them is the tax agency. So you're gonna need this login to log into your profile on the tax agency in Spain and apply for this benefit.
Now, we don't have a video about this, but all the information again is listed on matuto.com, so you can go step by step and you can actually get access to your Clave.
The first thing that you are gonna have to do is go to the IAT website. This is the tax agency website, and you have to search for Modelo 149. So that's Modelo 149. That is the form that you will have to fill in for applying for this benefit. Not everything is on the same page, so before you click anywhere, when you are on the Modelo 149 page, you need to click on aportar documentación necesaria para optar por el régimen especial, which means provide the necessary information.
That's a really long Spanish sentence for such a short
Everything
English.
that is Spanish admin is very long. Learn that now.
Once you go into that next page, you're gonna have to upload these 5 documents. Copy of your passport, so make sure you have it scanned and ready. Copy of both sides of your NIE, front and back. Then a copy of your employment contract. It's important to be able to demonstrate that you're already working in Spain. Then you're gonna need also a copy of your social security enrollment, which is something that your employer will have to do on your behalf, and you're gonna have to ask for a copy from them.
And the last document that you will need to attach, and this is very important because recently they've been asking for all the people that I've worked with to provide it. It's a letter from your employer, separate from your employment contract, that acknowledges your relationship with the employer, so basically that you are employed, and it confirms that you are carrying out your employment from Spain from a certain date. So that's very important. It has to be a separate letter, and make sure you also attach it in this page.
Once you submit all these documents, you're gonna click on the button and a page is going to appear with a registration number. Make sure to save this, both the page and the number, because you're gonna be asked to provide it later on in the process.
We've submitted all the documents. Now we need to fill in a form, and we need to actually opt in for this benefit. So how do you do it? You go back to the original 149 form page, and you are gonna click this time on Modelo 149 Presentación. This means presentation. You're presenting the filled in form. And you're gonna have to fill in a whole page with your personal details, some information about the application. This is all in Spanish, so it can be a little frustrating, but don't worry. If you sign up to matuto.com, you can find this form translated. We tell you exactly how to fill in all the details every step of the way. Obviously, we cannot go through this here because then the video will be like an hour, but everything's on there, so you can make sure to go and check that out if you don't speak Spanish.
And while you're filling this form, at some point you're gonna be asked to provide the number of registration. This is confusing for a lot of people, but remember that page that I told you to save just 30 seconds ago with the number? Well, this is the number that you're gonna take, and you're gonna put it right there in this Modelo 149.
You're gonna fill in the form, and you're gonna click submit, and that will be your submission gone through to the government.
And then you will also get a paper confirmation saying that your request has been submitted and that they will get back to you in a certain period of time.
Make sure to save that, because if you do have questions, queries, concerns in the future, you're also gonna need a reference number that shows in that confirmation page. So please save it with your dear life.
And congratulations, you officially submitted your form. So how long does it take for you to get your Beckham's Law? Well, in the official government website, it says that it's 10 working days. But if you've been around Spain, you know that that's not quite accurate, because there's so many expats moving into Spain. Lately, the government has been taking about 2 months to process. However, if in some cities it takes a little bit longer, in some cities a little bit less. For example, Barcelona, the busiest city, it's a little bit more. Whereas Malaga, for example, it would be less.
The way that it works is that they allocate your application to a specific office. So it depends on the volume of applications that that office is receiving at the moment. So it's a little hard to say, but generally, the less busy the city, the faster you'll get a resolution. There are instances where the official that reviews your application is not quite happy with something about it. Maybe they're not happy with the documents you submitted, or maybe you're missing something. Sometimes what can happen is they reach out to you and they tell you, you have not received this benefit, but if you provide us with this document, we will review it again. So it's really important that you keep an eye on your Clave account, because you will receive a notification, and sometimes you don't even receive it. You need to log in to check if you have notifications and see if they are asking for any further information for this application.
And don't stress out too much, because if they're asking for more information, it doesn't mean that your application has been rejected. It's just that they want to see a little bit more. And in the cases of expats that we've worked with, they've asked for more information in the past, and we've been able to provide that promptly, and they were successful at getting it.
Normally, people who get rejected are people who don't meet the criteria at all. There's something that they don't meet it. All the expats that we've helped have received it. There's a 100% success rate that we have because we make sure that they meet the criteria before we apply and that they apply with all the right documents. So if you're submitting the application by yourself, I think one of the worst case scenarios is when you don't hear back at all. If you don't speak Spanish, you might have a little bit of trouble with this because I've had cases from our clients that I've had to call up the government to see what was the holdup with a specific application because it had been months. And sometimes it just gotten lost in paperwork, like nobody knew why it hadn't been processed. And I had to go through like a loophole of people to actually get to someone who made it happen. So
but that's Spain, by the way. This is Spain. Bureaucracy here is just insane. And I speak from experience. I had to get my Beckham's Law as well, so just FYI there.
So do keep in mind that this can happen and it's all a matter of just calling the right person and speaking, and that's why if you don't speak Spanish or you don't know how to do this, we can help you with that.
That's gonna be everything for today's video. We do recommend you to check out motuto.com if you are moving to Spain or if you are getting your Beckham's Law in Spain. Reach out if you have any questions, drop a comment.
Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. We really hope that this was useful. We are building a platform that makes it so much easier for expats to move, so go check it out. We really think that it will be really helpful, and yeah, I guess
we will see you
in our next video.